Okay, so if you haven't seen any trailers for this movie and you haven't really looked it up, don't look it up and just trust me on this, because it's actually very, very good. So some of you might remember a 2008 movie called Cloverfield about a monster attack on, I think, New York City, which was shot on a handheld film camera kind of style. So 10 Cloverfield Lane is set in the same universe as that 2008 Cloverfield, but that's about it. It doesn't relate to the same characters. I don't think it happens somewhere along like the same-ish timeline, maybe before, during, and after. But it doesn't tie in to Cloverfield at all, apart from, you know, being in the same universe. So it's different story, different characters, and you don't need to have seen the 2008 Cloverfield to really understand this movie, because this movie works very well on its own. So what this movie is, it's basically a mystery thriller from start to finish, and a very good one at that, because it does keep the tension all the way from start to finish. So I'm gonna try to be as vague as possible as to not give away too much of the story, but basically we have a girl named Michelle. She's driving somewhere, she gets into a car accident, and then she wakes up in this bunker where this dude named Howard apparently saves her, and there's also another guy named Emmett. So there's 3 of them in the bunker, and pretty much 3 of them for the entire movie. So obviously most of the movie is about, you know, what is going on in this bunker, who are these people, what's going on outside, and, you know, basically just the whole big question is, what is going on? And it does a very good job of telling that story by putting you, the audience member, in Michelle's shoes, because like everything Michelle sees and discovers for the first time, you see and discover for the first time as well, so it's like you're actually there. So the character of Michelle has as much idea of what's going on as the audience members do. And I think that's a huge reason why the movie works so well, because it actually manages to put you in the movie and then bring you along with the ride. I gotta say, the way it's shot is pretty clever too. There are some really subtle like foreshadowing here and there, and they're also very like really tight shots where you can't really see much around the character. It gives you the impression, the feeling that, you know, you don't really know what's going on around the character, which is probably how, you know, the character actually feels in the movie. And the guy that directed this movie is actually the guy that did the Portal short film that some of you guys might have seen on YouTube. This is actually his first feature-length movie, and he did a really good job. Another thing I felt that really stood out was the sound design and the soundtrack, because the sound design is really on point and it feels really like raw and visceral. Especially the opening car crash. It's also paced pretty well. There are a couple slow scenes here and there, but they don't drag on for too long and always progress to the next plot point. And they managed to keep the tension up really well. And not only that, but the payoff also makes very good use of the tension that's been built up throughout. And this movie also does a very good job of letting you piece the story together. So you get pieces of the puzzle here and there, and you start to piece together what you think is happening here, but it also plays on your expectations, and sometimes it turns it around completely. So I guess it is partially kind of like a psychological thriller of sorts. But in any case, I would definitely highly recommend you guys to watch this in theaters. It's well shot, well directed, the music is awesome, and the story is very captivating and engaging. I'm not saying this is a movie that's gonna have mass appeal, you know, it's not a movie that everyone will enjoy and everyone will want to enjoy. But you do need to like, you know, psychological thrillers and mystery movies and things like that. It's pretty intense, but it's not super violent or anything, so it is still PG-13, and it does it very, very well. I think it pushes the limit a bit. But honestly, this movie is definitely worth your time. Don't look up anything else about it. Just watch this trailer if you really want to. I'm gonna link it in the description below. Anyway guys, those are my thoughts on 10 Cloverfield Lane. If you've seen it, I wanna know what you think as well, so leave a comment down below. Make sure to subscribe for more reviews, and I'll see you guys next time.
Against the crease, mountains become fragrant at the source. So can you stand this? Exotic angle, a Reddit song.